Hi, welcome to part one of the Q&A. So this ended up being like a really long video, so I decided to just split it into two to make my life easier. Pardon the weird audio throughout this video. I used one mic, we were all together in person. Sorry if things are completely incomprehensible, but yeah, enjoy the video.
For any of the players, was there anything in particular that inspired your character when initially making them? A character trait, backstory event, silly thought? Ah! Alright, thank you for letting that out of your system.
Scared me so bad. I have to think about my answer.
Right, but give me your phone. I can start.
Oh, so I created Darkstar when I was like 14 and really edgy. I'd never seen Warrior Cats, let's be clear, but I was on Animal Jam and I was bored as fuck. Sorry, can we say fuck?
Yes, you can.
I had never read Warrior Cats, but other people in like fucking Jamal Forest or whatever they called it were doing Warrior Cats roleplay, and I didn't have enough friends at the time. So I just created the edgiest the edgiest dude I could think of, and I didn't know the naming conventions. So I just thought that the coolest, edgiest name I could think of was Darkstar, and they let that happen for some reason.
And then they made you leader.
And then they made me leader because I didn't know that's what that meant.
So did people fight with you over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my roleplay clan actually, no, my clan didn't fight that at all. I was like, guys, can I be Darkstar? And they were like, sure. But then my clan got in a clan war with one of the other Warrior Cat roleplay clans on Animal Jam. And they were like, you're a shit leader. And I was like, I'm not the leader. And they like broke character immediately. They're like, what do you mean? I didn't read books. And I was like, no. And they were like, well, you can't play with us then. And my own clan was like, yeah, I guess not.
Can we back up like 4 steps? There's no way it's called Jamal Forest.
It's
No, it's called Sepia Forest.
Sepia Forest. Why did I think it was Jamal? It's because it's like
because Jamal
the-
is the township.
oh, it's Jamal Township. Jamal. All right, someone else has to go now.
Hi, this is Buttermoss who plays Buttermoss. My inspiration for Buttermoss, I was also a non-believer at first in the beauty of the Warriors universe and had no idea how kitty cats worked. So I was like, okay, yeah, kitty pets, I know about them. I want to make a kitty pet that is that is so antithetical to the actual Warriors experience. I wanted to play a silly little guy who just loves gossiping and was just silly about it, but also I guess she's actually one of the toughest warriors in FernClan at the moment.
Earlier in the campaign, Buttermoss was on social media, correct?
Yeah.
There was like a Twitter feed that she was logging in on.
Yeah, that was on the birch Twitter tree. Birch tree, yeah.
Birch tree.
That was
Scratch like into Maple Sky now.
yeah.
Ever since the Dark Forest took over the
Was the tree like just like the cat scratch where we just clawed in our tweets?
My friend is registering too close to the mic.
Nope.
You have to do through the filter.
It's gonna take fucking forever.
Yeah, I know. I don't.
Okay, so now that everyone has said some stupid shit, I'm just going to add a little bit of context to the scenario that we were all creating these characters in, because we did not start playing when Alex was 8 or whatever. There was this one point where I was home from college for the first time in, I promise you, like 3 years, and everyone was in my basement, and we were all like making these like, oh, haha, wouldn't it be funny if we all got into Warrior Cats again jokes? Except that then the jokes did continue for like, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours, and by the end of it, we had really committed to starting this Warrior Cats roleplay session. I, to this day, actually have never read a Warrior Cats book, so when I was devising Applethorn, who was actually Apple Paw initially, I just wanted to make a character that wasn't similar to anything else that I was seeing from the other people in the group thus far, and the only thing I knew that a cat could do that wasn't be a warrior was be a medicine cat. So I made a medicine cat who, as it turns out, really doesn't actually enjoy being a medicine cat so that much. And I think that level of incompetence is really inspired. Really inspired some good stuff from the narrative.
Is this taking inspiration from your actual career?
So my inspiration for Applethorn does actually come from my real career, but I think there's a question later about Applethorn's relationship to StarClan, and that's when I really want to get into that. I do want to add, though, after all y'all had left my house, or my parents' house, my sister came downstairs and asked me if I'd ever thought of myself as, like, king of the nerds, was her exact turn of phrase, and I was like, you know, that I'm pretty sure is Danny, but thank you for your kind thoughts.
I think there's a question that's specifically asking me, right?
No, we're all going around.
No.
Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go. So,
It's really funny when you hear the toilet flush in the background.
fuck yeah, man. Applethorn is shitting right now. In my toilet. Which I'm so happy about. Anyway, I think that it's Dustclover, or Kate, whichever you prefer. And thus far, what? She, her, yeah, she, her, she, they. I think I don't know if Ethan has read the Warrior Cats. No, okay, so I'm the only player here who has actually read any of the Warrior Cats.
You've read chapter 1.
Okay.
That's all you need.
They read chapter 1. I don't know. I'm the only one here who started off actually reading the Warrior Cats books, I think in like 3rd or 4th grade, and did like the role playing and, you know, all of that awesome cool stuff. I think I was a medicine cat in elementary school. But, you know, long time had gone. I tried to pretend that I never did that ever. And then I met these wonderful friends and I was like, oh, okay. Did you even flush?
I straight up flushing. You wash your hands.
Did you wash your hands? Let me feel them.
My hands are literally wet.
Oh my god, they are.
I just washed my hands. That's why I'm.
So yeah, anyway, just onto the creation of Dustclover. I didn't really have a whole lot of like thoughts behind it. Like, unlike everybody else who had very creative, very beautiful like stories and everything, I was just kind of like, yeah, I guess I'll make a warrior. And then the deputy role just happened to be open, so that's how that happened. Yeah, like my backstory came in like very late, and we were kind of fucking around with NPCs, and then we decided that one of the NPCs would be Dustclover's mother, and I was like, yeah, what if I made her just very like family oriented, and like, you know, there was a whole drama thing about Dustclover's nails and everything, so that's just kind of how we ended up getting a very fiercely loyal and insecure deputy for Fern Clan. So yeah, that's all.
Hi, I'm Ethan. I play Grizzlebark in the game. I didn't really have anything in mind for Grizzlebark when that like character creation session happened. I was kind of just throwing 2 words together. And one of them was Bark because I wanted a cat stuck in a tree as my character. And the other one was Grizzle, like Grizzly Bear or like Grizzled. And that was really all there was to the character. And then Max and I decided at some point along the line that our characters were brothers as well.
Yeah.
And I don't know, the character's just kind of like done its thing. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about that besides just...
I would go as far as to say that us making our characters brothers was probably the most plot changing.
Yes.
Like the craziest choice we made, because that informed the entire first arc of the narrative. Everything else that happened, that first like plot line, I felt like was
Didn't
the
we-
result of Apple Paw at the time and Grizzlebark having so many fucking issues with each other.
Didn't we, like, use a random prophecy generator website? Is that how we became brothers?
To come in here, the prophecy that is in the description of every video is that randomly generated fucking prophecy from
Yeah.
the session I was making characters. And I was like, I have no idea how this is gonna end up. The Eon of Brutality is the fucking apocalypse that's happening right now.
No shit.
Yes.
Yeah, though.
The education is rustling the fire, man, I guess.
Yeah, we learned some shit about.
Well, Darkstar hasn't learned shit yet.
We can tell.
Well, I definitely don't have much more to say.
Alright, let's get the next question.
What would your character's name be if they were humans?
Oh Christ.
Oh, I can do that one.
Yeah, what would Grizzlebark be?
Derek.
Kate. Ebony Darkness Dementia Ray.
Buttermoss would be a Patricia. Or shortened for Patty. I think she'd be a Patty.
And so it's making me insane that you said that because my first instinct was like, Buttercup is kind of a Fat Amy character to me. I feel like because of how annoying warrior cats are as parents and how annoying specifically Grizzlebark and Applethorn are, they would have to both be D names. But I think Applethorn could be Dean after Dean Winchester, but only in the way that like trans guys name themselves Dean after Dean Winchester. So I think like second runner-up is Damien.
Ashwind.
Alexander Hargreaves.
Okay, that just completely peaked on that.
Well, now
He said Joshua.
if your cats were any D&D class you can multi-class, what would they be?
Evil wizard.
Is there any other kind of wizard? I think the obvious answer for Applethorn is druid, but I would actually say paladin.
Actually, I was also thinking paladin for Dustclover.
Do you think they should kiss? I don't know the
Oath of Revenge.
Oh yeah.
I don't know any of the paladin oaths because I'm I don't play those because I think they suck. But like, you guys can pick one for me.
I feel like you would actually love paladin a little bit.
Oath of the tree one. What's the tree one? Oath of the Ancients.
Yeah.
Oath of the Angel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Darkstar would be a barbarian. I feel like that's very obvious.
Yeah.
I think Buttermoss would be a fighter, but I think she'd subclass in monk a little bit because I think I like kind of fisticuffy kind of.
Does the monk pathway have a thing where you throw up on people?
Maybe. I mean, there might be like a nature aspect to it where you.
Drunken master.
Oh, there we go.
One of the Buttermoss specials. I feel like
Yeah.
that's a million key points right there.
Oh, absolutely.
Druid.
This one's for Darkstar. Okay, it says, everyone seems to ask, what are we doing, Darkstar, and not, how are we doing, Darkstar? So let me be the one to ask, how is she doing? Her clan is exiled. Her father and sisters are major threats. She's had to get assistance from a traitor, Ashwind. And Applethorn's been a bit harsh on her lately. She seems to keep things close to her chest, and when it comes to emotions, how confident about leading Fern Clan does she feel at this point?
This is a brilliant question.
That's a good one.
She thinks. Oh, wow.
Well, I'll start with this. If you guys think that Applethorn is being harsh on Darkstar now, you should see how I treat Alex in everyday life.
He's literally planning on poisoning her, like, oh,
What?
yeah.
Yeah, literally session 1, he planned to murder me. Yeah, can you repeat the last part of the question?
Oh, yes. Let me double check here.
Shut up, Danny.
Shut the fuck up, Colin!
She seems to keep things close to her chest when it comes to emotions. How confident is she about leading Fern Clan at this point in time?
How confident is she? She thinks she's the biggest fuck up in all the ferns. She thinks she never thought that her leadership was earned. She's never felt worthy of anything, and all the horrible things that have been going on makes like she feels like it's all her fault, like singularly all her fault. And she does not feel super confident. She's pretty sure everyone's gonna fucking die, and it'll be all of her fault. But she will make sure that that she will do everything in her power to at least make sure that she's the first one down if she can help anyone. But yeah, she's having a horrible fucking time. There has never been any joy in her life. Thank you for your time.
First one. What was your thoughts behind the creation of Ashwind? Did you intend for him to be a silly, stinky, emo old man?
What's the emo?
Also, how do you think Bramblestar and Ashwind's relationship affects the storyline?
How does old man Yuri affect the plot?
We need to know!
Wait, is old? Oh, I keep. Hold on, I gotta turn it down for me because my voice is too loud. What is? I thought yaoi was gay sex.
No, yaoi is gay sex.
But you.
Because we're being silly.
Oh.
It's okay.
Transition now.
Okay, so my thoughts behind creating Ashwind was evil man, evil homeless man that would follow you on the street and curse you to be somebody else for a day to like, or no, scrap that. Evil homeless man that would curse you.
That's just it.
For,
Welcome to Baltimore.
yeah.
The other question was, how do you think Bramblestar and Ashwind's relationship affects the storyline?
I think it makes Alex uncomfortable, and
Nothing
I
makes Dustclover uncomfortable.
it
It's my
also
grandpa.
It's everyone.
it
Help.
makes everybody but Applethorn uncomfortable.
No, that was out of character.
It makes everybody but Max uncomfortable, and I believe that it affects the story in a really weird way.
Good improvement to the story.
Yeah.
Gives Bramblestar more depth because
Mhm.
Bramblestar is like this evil thing, from
Mhm.
the past, but now he has an evil boyfriend.
That happened to Kate in high school.
Oh my god.
A lot of fucking questions in this one. That's kind of directed at Dustclover as well.
Okay.
I think this person got it right after the reveal that Ashwind is Dustclover's grandfather.
Oh,
I can tell they. Also, by the way, this person's called Dustclover's #1 fan.
wow.
You know that person.
No, it's not.
Send me your address and I'll send you a bunch of selfies of me and Dustclover hanging out.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Okay, I'll send you my address and then you can mail me your
Oh, I can
address.
say it right now.
How does it feel to be Dustclover's grandfather? Who was Ashwind's mate to even have Pineclaw? Does this mean Dustclover has the powers of a stone teller? I need to know more!
Hold on, I have this. We use stem cell research to get Pineclaw to be birthed from Ashwind. So it was kind of like an M-Preg situation.
He's also transgender.
I believe that there is a mystery there.
Whoa.
And or wait, in relation to Pineclaw's birth, kind of like whatchamacallit, what's evil man's name? The Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars, who had yeah, I believe it was like an immaculate conception type situation, or it was just some random person. And then the second part, how does he feel? He's like, damn, this bitch got metal claws. That's kind of cool though. If she was evil, she'd be cooler, but you know.
I really want to do one of these days, one of these D&D campaigns that I may or may not be in the future. We're not sure how long I'll live, but
It's terminal.
it's terminal. I unfortunately cannot stop playing lawful good characters, but I would really like to branch out of my comfort zone and try to play like an eviler character, but I feel like that wouldn't make it a whole lot of fun for other people, you know? Like I want to make sure that everybody that we're not going with like, bro, why are you doing this? Like we need to get on task, like, you know, I don't know.
You could be lawful evil.
Lawful evil? What? Yeah, like I was thinking like the whole group could possibly, and we're like the bad guys in this situation.
I've been the bad guys for like a while now.
Uh-oh.
Applethorn, comparing your views of the plans from when you initially took off on this adventure to the current point in it, has it changed in any meaningful way? What sort of changes in views and beliefs have taken place?
Okay, so I do want to preface this by saying that if any question is going to make me cry, it's probably this one.
Let's go.
Yeah, there's this period, kind of like in the middle of our campaigns, where for some reason I was crying like every single session. I don't know what was in the water. That's not the point. So when I first created Applethorn, it was because I was like totally miserable at school, basically. When we were all creating characters for the first time, I was just kind of spitballing, but it was when I was home from college after 4 years or so of absolutely working my tuchus off at university. And I had been involved in local politics, and I had been just doing the absolute most. I was set up to be valedictorian of my graduating class, and I hadn't seen any payoff for it whatsoever. I was headed to this like totally dead-end job in the nonprofit field that I was not excited about at all. So I was feeling super, first of all, resentful. Resentful is number one. But like, felt like I didn't have any autonomy. I felt like this like little kid who had been given too much responsibility and then had been penalized when I didn't make anything of myself with all this responsibility I'd been handed that I didn't know what to do with. And that's very much the attitude that Applethorn came out of, because he was Apple Paw at first. He was just like this apprentice who had been upgraded to Medicine Cat way too early. And at that point, when he was created, he wanted nothing more but the approval of Fern Clan. And of the clans in general, because medicine cats, in a way, move beyond and past the confines of clans. They're healers. They can't just not save a cat that they see dying. But I always knew there was going to be this grain of malcontent in the character. So as the series has continued, and as I personally have healed from some of the, very, I don't know, the very real hurt I was experiencing, and have given up on finding that kind of acceptance from people in my day-to-day life, Applethorn has also grown out of that desire, and now he wants nothing more than to see the clans burn. In a way, his relationship with the clans is my relationship with, higher education and capitalism and the workforce. And at this point, if he were given the opportunity to wipe everything out and start completely fresh, he would absolutely take it. But that's not really feasible, so that's not something that I expect that character is going to be able to explore at all.
This person says, I summoned thee. What 3 items would I need to summon each cat? What items would fucking summon your kitty cat?
Are we putting them in a summoning circle, supernatural style?
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining.
Okay. Do we get to choose, what the circle looks like also?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's just customize all of them.
Okay, DIY. Someone else start.
Definitely the mushroom circle, the little fairy circles. I would for sure, if that's one, if it's there, but Dustclover is also there, and probably being a lesbian. Yeah. Probably you would have to find the juiciest, fullest 4-leaf clovers, and perhaps some fresh, beautiful, freshly picked shiny berries.
You would need a dead hand of a man. You would need a bag of rats, and you would need a Kit Kat.
I think a bag with rats in it counts as 2 items, personally.
Hey, fuck you.
I don't feel like Kate would let that happen, personally. She's too protective of me. Okay, so first of all, Applethorn's summoning circle is just scorched earth. Wildfire, salted, there's nothing growing there. And in the middle of it, you're gonna put, Kratom and a couple of seasons of Girlfriends on DVD. And, maybe a snippet of a photograph or of a letter written in cat scratch that he can absolutely manically obsess over for 6 to 8 business weeks, and just drive himself completely crazy. And I don't know if I already said kratom, but I'm also gonna add Delta 9 gummies to that. I don't want to hear anyone talk to me about gubbies. That was nothing. That was nothing sauce on nothing burger.
Buttermoss, the circle in the first hand needs to be drawn with the joy of a child, scribbling flowers with chalk on the pavement of a sidewalk. And in that circle, you will need a lemon lime Celsius. Oh my god, I was thinking something else.
Hot Topic gift card.
Hot Topic gift card. And what else? 2 AA batteries.
Darkstar's is drawn in, I don't know, fucking blood or something.
Whoa.
But I'm being true to what 14-year-old me would have wanted.
Emo.
Not even, I'm just too tired to be emo anymore.
You're wearing all black right now.
No, there's a Star Wars t-shirt. That's blue.
Wow.
You're colorblind.
You're colorblind. Look at this shit.
This shirt is black.
It's blue. There is blue.
It's black with blue on it.
Multiple colors.
Okay, that's not what's important here. Anyways.
Fuck do we need to summon Darkstar?
Okay, to summon Darkstar, Circle of Blood.
Frankincense, burn.
Shut up. A knife.
Is the knife also bloody?
Let's see. Anyways, so a knife, a rose, and a cracked, empty photo frame.
For Grizzle Bark, it's got to be carved in wood. Any kind of... It can be simple, so long as it looks roughly like a heart with, the 2 initials added together, you know? That can be that simple or as complex as you want it to be. You need a cardboard box. Big one. Big enough to fit a bear in it. And then you're also going to need to put in that cardboard box some mud and I'm going to say cat claw clippings.
Alright, wasn't that fun? Thank you guys so much for watching. You get to see the rest of the questions answered in part 2. Happy Q&A Friday!